4060 series GPUs, and they're coming very quick, guys. So we have 3 coming out in the next 2 months. Starting off right away, the first iteration that will be coming out is the 4060 that will be coming out in July. So right around the corner, honestly, about a month and a half away. The 4060 Ti, which is the 8GB version, and then you also have a 16GB version. Now, the 8GB version is coming out on May 24th, so 6 days from now. The 16GB version is coming out in July. So we have a 4060 and a 4060 Ti 16GB coming out in July. The 4060 Ti 8GB model is coming out on May 24th. Now, both of them are going to go ahead and be, well, the 4060 is $300. 4060 Ti 8GB model is $400, while the 4060 Ti 16GB model is $500. So, a little bit up there in price tag, right? Very budget options and obviously a little bit higher. This is MSRP, so as always when it comes to GPUs, getting a product for MSRP right when it launches is nearly impossible because of bots and resellers, so you're probably looking at least a 20% hike on all those prices if you're trying to get any of these GPUs. Now, this on the screen right here is the 8GB model of the 4060 Ti that has been leaked benchmarks-wise. Now, of course, coming out in 6 days, so this leaking isn't really that surprising. It's kind of what we expect when it comes to, right around the corner type of, GPUs, is that we're going to start to get a leak really quickly. So this is running an Intel Core i9-13900K. If you guys do not know, it has one processor with 24 core, 32 threads. Base frequency 3 gigahertz, maximum frequency 55 megahertz. And it does say right here 4060 Ti, 8.9 compute compatibility memory, 2.54 gigahertz. And of course, it does say the 8GB model, not the 16GB model. And to be honest, this is very, very powerful. Now, which one should you consider getting? Should you go for the 8GB model now in 6 days, or should you wait till July and get the 16? My personal opinion, again, like I said, if you are going to get them day one, and you're going to beat the scalpers, you're going to beat all the, crazy bots out there, then yes, I feel like the 8 would be perfectly fine for the average, gamer / average GPU user. I don't think the 16 is really going to be needed too much. I know, like, for example, when I first bought my 3090, it was overkill. It really was. And for the general consumer, the 3080 at the time was, the better buy, was the better budget buy, right? Now, the 4060 Ti 8GB model is probably going to be fine for the average person. But if you're really hardcore gaming, you're starting to get that 10 gigabyte of CUDA cores, then you're probably going to want to get the 16 eventually. But the 16 is only $100 more. It's $100 more and it comes out a month and a half later. So if you're okay with waiting, maybe the 16 ends up becoming your best friend rather than going with the 8GB model. But I'm going to tell you right now, this thing definitely looks freaking powerful. According to Geekbench, it's coming in at a score of 146,170. And that's not too shabby. That's definitely some pretty good horsepower behind that. I'm currently rocking a 4090, so I'm probably not gonna be picking this up. But if you're really good, if you're on a budget and you're trying just to get a good rig get going, I know good rig get going. Starting to create a good rig, it's not a bad idea. But I will definitely say this, right? With the price tags of these, obviously, because the bots and scalpers are going to skyrocket 10, 20, 30%, right? My recommendation would be just trying to go with, a go online, eBay, Mercari, wherever you want to buy it from, and look for the 30 series. Because once this 4060 Ti comes out, and the 4060 and all of these cards come out, the 30 series will drop in price even more. You'll see more people post them and try to get rid of them so that they can pick up this brand new 4060 series, and it will just make it so much easier on yourself, not have to go against scalpers, not to have to go against bots, and still get a really good GPU on the 30 series. I don't know why a lot of people are just automatically thinking the 40 series is better. overall wise, but a lot of people are just downplaying how good the 30 series still is. So again, like I said, you could probably honestly, especially when this 40 series drops, you could probably see like a 3070, a 3070 Ti for a lot less money because of the 40 series dropping like this. So definitely give it a look and try to see, you know, what the prices are looking like, because once they start coming down and becoming more affordable, it's probably going to be a tad bit better to go that route. I know right now a 3060, I think you can buy it right now for like $300 at Best Buy. So again, $100 less. Now a 3060 and a 4060 is not the same. 4060 is more powerful than 3060. But like, let's say, for example, you go on eBay, a 3060 right now, 3060 Ti, for example, is going for a price tag of like $250, $275. If you can get even cheaper, maybe like $250, $225, talk the person down. $225 for a 3060 Ti, I'm going to take that all day, every day, over a 4060 Ti, which I'm going to be paying around $400 unless you get the 16 gigabyte model. Then you're going to be paying $500. And because of, again, keep in mind, if it was all MSRP, I would say 1000% go 40 series. But because of scalpers and bots, you're probably going to be paying on that 4060 Ti with 16 gigabytes, probably like $750. And at that point, I'm going $250 and going with a 3070 Ti and just walking away. You know? So again, you can get MSRP. But if you can't, you might look at the 30 series as a nice way to upgrade yourself graphics card wise without spending, you know, bank or spending the whole bank on trying to get some, you know, not aftermarket, but scalpers, bots reselling price. That makes sense. So overall, not bad. Very powerful units. Can't wait to see how it ends up turning out and how the market ends up turning out. That's why whenever, you know, the new series comes out, whether it's 30 series or 40 series, I just buy the most expensive one. Because I don't want to deal with, you know, all the new, like, 4060 Ti's out now, this is out. I bought 3090, I ended up waiting a year, bought the 3090 Ti, and then 40 series came out, bought the 4090, and now I'm chilling. I also bought like a 17-foot tall case because of the 4090 is freaking humongous. That's another thing I will say, though. If you are picking up the 40 series, make sure your case can fit it. Because if you have a mid-tower case, like I used to have a mid-tower case, the 4090 was literally the size of the case. So you got to make sure your kids can actually fit it. I ended up buying one off Amazon for like $400 this case. It's freaking humongous. And you guys can't see it right now. But it's around, I think it's around 4 feet tall and like 4 feet long. The thing is humongous. But again, make sure your actual rig can fit in that case. Especially with these GPUs getting as humongous as they actually are. Peace, guys.